Libra, welcome back to the reading. I have been so excited to pull cards for you today because the energy coming through is absolutely remarkable. I shuffled the deck this morning and honestly, the cards practically jumped out to talk to you. So let me just dive right in because there is so much to uncover here. The first card I pulled for you is the Eight of Wands in Libra. This card is telling me that things are moving at lightning speed in your life right now. The Eight of Wands represents swift action, rapid developments, and messages coming in fast. I am seeing that whatever you have been waiting for, whatever you have been working towards, it is finally gaining momentum. This is not a slow burn situation anymore. Things are accelerating, and you need to be ready to catch what is coming your way. What really stands out to me about this card in your reading is the element of communication and travel. The Eight of Wands often shows up when there are important messages on their way to you. This could be an email you have been waiting for, a phone call that changes everything, or even physical travel that opens up new opportunities. The universe is literally sending things flying in your direction, and you need to have your eyes open and your hands ready to receive. I also want to talk about the energy of clarity that comes with this card. You know how sometimes you feel stuck in the fog, not knowing which direction to move in? That fog is lifting for you, Libra. The Eight of Wands brings this beautiful, clear vision where suddenly you can see the path forward. Decisions that felt impossible before are going to become obvious. You are going to know exactly what to do and when to do it. Trust that inner knowing because it is being supported by the universe right now. The timing aspect of this card is also really significant. When I see the Eight of Wands, I think about things happening within days or weeks, not months. So whatever is building up in your life, it is not some distant future event. This is imminent. This is happening now. And I get the sense that some of you already feel this momentum building. You can sense that something is about to shift. Something is about to break open in the best possible way. Now, in terms of that romantic energy in the title, the Eight of Wands can also indicate someone making a move towards you quickly. If there is someone you have been thinking about, or someone who has been on the periphery of your life, they might be about to step forward in a very direct way. This is not someone who plays games or moves slowly. When this card shows up, it is about decisive action and clear intentions. So pay attention to who is reaching out to you. Who is making an effort to be in your space because it might be more significant than you initially think. The second card that came out is the Hanged Man, and okay, I know this might seem like a contradiction to the fast-moving energy of the Eight of Wands, but hear me out, because this makes so much sense. The Hanged Man is asking you to shift your perspective completely. Sometimes the biggest breakthroughs come not from pushing harder, but from seeing things from an entirely different angle. What I love about the Hanged Man in your reading is that it is telling me you have been approaching something in your life from one particular viewpoint, and it is time to flip that completely upside down. Maybe you have been thinking about your career in a certain way, or a relationship, or your finances, and the universe is saying, hey, what if you looked at this from a completely different perspective? What if the thing you thought was a problem is actually an opportunity? What if the delay you have been frustrated about is actually protection? The Hanged Man is also about surrender and trust. I know that can be a challenging concept, especially for Libra, who likes to have things balanced and figured out. But there is so much power in letting go of the need to control every outcome. The Hanged Man is suspended, yes, but he is not suffering. He is in a state of peaceful pause, gaining wisdom and insight that can only come from stepping back and allowing things to unfold. I am also picking up that some of you might be in a period where you feel like you are waiting for something, like you are in limbo. The Hanged Man is confirming that yes, you are in a transitional space, but this is not wasted time. This is sacred time. This is the time when you are integrating everything you have learned, when you are preparing energetically for what is coming next. Think of it like a caterpillar in the cocoon. From the outside, it might look like nothing is happening, but inside there is a complete transformation taking place. There is also a spiritual dimension to the Hanged Man that I cannot ignore. This card often appears when you are being called to go deeper into your spiritual practice, to trust your intuition more fully, to connect with something bigger than yourself. For some of you, this might mean meditation, prayer, or simply spending more time in nature. For others, it might be about releasing old belief systems that no longer serve you and opening up to new ways of understanding yourself and the world. And here is where it gets really interesting when we connect this to the Eight of Wands. The Hanged Man is saying that by shifting your perspective and surrendering to the flow, you are actually enabling those swift developments to come through even more powerfully. You are getting out of your own way. You are allowing the universe to deliver what is meant for you without the interference of your ego or your fears. The third card is the Nine of Pentacles in Libra. This is where the abundance energy really comes through. The Nine of Pentacles is one of the most beautiful cards in the entire deck when it comes to financial independence, luxury, and self-sufficiency. This card is telling me that you are entering a phase of your life where you are going to experience a level of material comfort and security that you have been building towards. What I really want you to understand about the Nine of Pentacles is that this is not luck or chance. This is the result of your hard work, your dedication, your commitment to building something solid. The woman in this card stands in her beautiful garden, surrounded by abundance, and she created this herself. She did not wait for someone else to provide it for her. She did not depend on external validation or approval. She built her empire with her own two hands, and now she gets to enjoy the fruits of her labor. For those of you who are entrepreneurs or thinking about starting your own business, the Nine of Pentacles is a massive yes from the universe. This card is all about independence and creating wealth on your own terms. It is about not having to ask permission or wait for someone else to give you an opportunity. You are the opportunity. You are the golden goose. And the universe is supporting you in claiming that power fully. I am also seeing that this card speaks to a refinement of your taste and your standards. The Nine of Pentacles is not about flashy, tacky displays of wealth. It is about quality, elegance, and sophistication. You are entering a phase where you know what you want and you are not willing to settle for less. This applies to every area of your life, including relationships. You are recognizing your worth and you are only interested in people and situations that match your energy. There is also a beautiful element of solitude and self-contentment with this card. The Nine of Pentacles often appears when you have done the inner work to be genuinely happy with yourself. You do not need external validation to feel complete. You do not need a relationship to feel whole. You have cultivated such a rich inner world and such a beautiful outer life that you are genuinely content. And paradoxically, this is often when the most amazing people and opportunities show up, because you are vibrating at such a high frequency. Now let me talk about the money aspect specifically, because that title mentioned money falling from the sky. The Nine of Pentacles is absolutely a card of financial abundance. I am seeing unexpected income streams opening up for you. This could be a raise, a bonus, a new job opportunity with better pay, or even passive income from investments or side projects. The universe is rewarding you for the work you have put in and the energy you have invested in yourself. The fourth card I pulled is the Eight of Cups. And this one is really important because it is about walking away from something that no longer serves you. The Eight of Cups shows a figure turning their back on 8 cups and walking towards the mountains, towards the unknown. This is a card of courage and emotional maturity. What I am picking up for you, Libra, is that there is something in your life that you have outgrown. Maybe it is a job that pays the bills but does not feed your soul. Maybe it is a relationship that is comfortable but not truly fulfilling. Maybe it is a living situation, a friendship group, or even a version of yourself that you have been holding on to out of habit or fear. The Eight of Cups is saying, it is time to walk away. I know this can be scary. The Eight of Cups is not about walking away from something objectively bad. Sometimes what we are leaving behind is perfectly fine. It is just not right for us anymore. And that is okay. In fact, that is healthy. It takes real strength to admit when something has run its course, to honor the time you spent there while also acknowledging that your path is leading you somewhere else. What I find really powerful about this card in your reading is that it is showing me you already know what needs to be released. Deep down, you have known for a while. Maybe you have been trying to make it work, trying to convince yourself that you should be grateful for what you have, trying to silence that voice inside that keeps whispering that there is something more out there for you. The Eight of Cups is confirmation that voice is right. There is something more for you, and you will never find it if you keep clinging to what is familiar and safe. The journey aspect of this card is also significant. The figure in the Eight of Cups is walking towards the mountains, which represents a spiritual quest or a journey of self-discovery. You are not just leaving something behind, you are moving towards something higher, something more aligned with your true purpose. This might be a literal journey, like moving to a new city or traveling to a place that calls to you. Or it might be a metaphorical journey, like exploring a new career path or diving deeper into your spiritual practice. I also want to acknowledge that this card can bring up feelings of sadness or grief. When you walk away from something, even when you know it is the right decision, there can be a mourning period. You are allowed to feel sad about closing a chapter, even as you feel excited about opening a new one. The Eight of Cups holds space for both of those emotions. It is saying yes, honor what was, and also trust what is calling you forward. And here is how this connects to that romantic energy we talked about in the title. Sometimes we have to walk away from a situation that is not serving us in order to make space for the person who is truly meant for us. If you are in a relationship that has been feeling stagnant or unfulfilling, the Eight of Cups might be giving you permission to move on. And for those of you who are single, this card might be about releasing old patterns or old attachments that are preventing you from being available for real love. The fifth card is the Two of Swords in Libra. This is such a significant card for you because it is literally about balance and decision-making, which are core themes for your sign. The Two of Swords shows a blindfolded figure holding two swords crossed over their heart, and this represents a decision that needs to be made, a choice between two paths. What I am seeing in your reading is that you are at a crossroads. There is a decision in front of you that feels really significant, maybe even a bit overwhelming. The Two of Swords often shows up when both options seem equally valid or when you are trying to weigh logic against emotion. Maybe your head is telling you one thing, but your heart is pulling you in a different direction. Maybe you are stuck between what is practical and what is passionate, between what is safe and what is exciting. The blindfold in this card is really interesting because it suggests that you might not have all the information you need yet to make this decision. Or it could mean that you are avoiding looking at the truth of the situation because it feels too uncomfortable. The Two of Swords is asking you to remove the blindfold, to stop avoiding the decision, to face what needs to be faced with courage and clarity. I also want to talk about the defensive posture of this card. The swords are crossed over the heart, which tells me that you might be protecting yourself emotionally. Maybe you have been hurt in the past and you are scared to be vulnerable again. Maybe you are afraid of making the wrong choice and experiencing pain or regret. The Two of Swords is acknowledging that fear while also gently pushing you to move through it. You cannot stay in this place of indecision forever. At some point, you have to pick up one of those swords and cut through the illusion of safety that comes from not choosing. Here is what I find really powerful about the Two of Swords in your reading. When we connect it to the other cards, especially the Eight of Wands and the Eight of Cups, I am seeing that the decision you need to make is becoming clearer. The fog is lifting. The information you need is coming to you. And once you make this decision, once you choose your path with conviction, everything is going to start moving very quickly. That is the Eight of Wands energy kicking in. The Two of Swords is also reminding you that not making a decision is a decision. By staying stuck in indecision, by keeping yourself blindfolded and defensive, you are actually choosing to remain in limbo. And that is a valid choice if it is a conscious one. But often we trick ourselves into thinking we are buying more time when really we are just avoiding the inevitable. The universe is encouraging you to be brave, to trust yourself, to make the choice and commit to it fully. In the context of the romantic energy we have been talking about, the Two of Swords might represent someone who is deciding how they feel about you. There might be someone in your life who is weighing their options, trying to figure out if they should make a move or hold back. Or this could be you deciding whether to open your heart to someone new or to protect yourself from potential hurt. Either way, this card is saying that this state of limbo is coming to an end. A decision is going to be made, and it is going to set a lot of things in motion. The sixth and final card is the King of Pentacles and Libra. This is such a powerful card to end on because it represents mastery, abundance, and solid achievement. The King of Pentacles is someone who has built an empire, who understands how to create and maintain wealth, who is generous and grounded and deeply connected to the material world in a healthy way. What I love about this card in your reading is that it is showing me you are stepping into your own power as a creator and a provider. Whether you identify as male, female, or non-binary, the King energy is available to all of us, and it is about embodying those qualities of leadership, stability, and abundance. You are becoming the person who does not just dream about success, but actually manifests it in tangible, real-world ways. The King of Pentacles is also about legacy. This is not just about making money for yourself, it is about building something that lasts, something that can support you and your loved ones for years to come. Maybe you are thinking about buying property, starting a business, making investments, or creating multiple streams of income. The King of Pentacles is giving you a huge green light on all of those endeavors. This is your time to build your kingdom. I am also picking up a mentor energy with this card. The King of Pentacles can represent an older, wiser person who comes into your life to guide you or support you in your material goals. This could be a boss, a teacher, a family member, or even a new connection who has the experience and resources to help you level up. Pay attention to who shows up in your life in the coming weeks, because they might have valuable wisdom or opportunities to share with you. There is also a romantic dimension to the King of Pentacles that I cannot ignore, especially given the theme of someone secretly falling for you. This king is someone who is stable, reliable, and generous. He is not flashy or dramatic, but he shows his love through actions and through providing security. If there is someone in your life who has been quietly supporting you, who shows up consistently, who makes sure you are taken care of, they might have deeper feelings for you than you realize. The King of Pentacles does not always express emotions in obvious ways, but his actions speak volumes. What is really beautiful about ending your reading with the King of Pentacles is that it ties everything together. The Eight of Wands is bringing swift developments and opportunities. The Hanged Man is helping you shift your perspective so you can receive those blessings. The Nine of Pentacles is confirming the financial abundance that is coming your way. The Eight of Cups is clearing out what no longer serves you to make room for what does. The Two of Swords is pushing you to make the decision that sets everything in motion. And the King of Pentacles is the final outcome, the manifestation of all that work and all that growth into something real and lasting and prosperous. So Libra, to bring this all together, here is what I am seeing for you. You are entering a period of rapid acceleration and significant abundance. Money and opportunities are coming to you quickly, but you need to be willing to shift your perspective, make some tough decisions, and walk away from what is no longer aligned with your highest good. There is someone who sees your value, who appreciates all that you are, even if they have not made it obvious yet. And you are stepping into a powerful new version of yourself as a creator, a builder, a king or queen in your own right. These are decisive days indeed. The choices you make right now are going to shape your reality for months and years to come. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor. You have worked so hard to get to this point, and now it is time to claim your rewards. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, I would love to hear about it in the comments. Tell me which card spoke to you the most, or if you are experiencing any of this energy in your life right now. And as always, I am sending you so much love and light on your journey. Thank you for being here.